Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we'll be honoring American celebrities who have passed away today and in the last few days, along with other notable figures from around the world. Before we proceed, we kindly ask you to show your support by giving this video a like. It truly means a lot to us. Thank you. And now, let's begin.
Joey, let's make some wake-up juice.
Matt Clark was a legendary American character actor born on November 25, 1936, in Washington, D.C. A veteran of over 120 productions, he became an essential fixture of Hollywood's golden era of filmmaking, particularly within the Western genre. Clark rose to fame through his gritty, authentic performances alongside icons like Clint Eastwood, John Wayne, and Paul Newman. He was most celebrated for his scene-stealing roles in cinematic masterpieces such as The Outlaw, Josey Wales, The Cowboys, Jeremiah Johnson, and Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. Beyond the Frontier, he earned widespread recognition for his portrayal of the warden's clerk in Brubaker and his memorable appearance as the town blacksmith in the blockbuster Back to the Future Part 3. Throughout his illustrious six-decade career, Clark faced the unique challenge of carving out a distinct identity while sharing the screen with the world's biggest superstars. He successfully transitioned to directing with the acclaimed 1988 film Da, further proving his multifaceted talent. Tragically, Clark passed away on March 15, 2026, in Austin, Texas, at the age of 89. His death was confirmed by his daughter, producer Amy E. Clark, who noted that he had been battling complications after breaking his back several months prior. He leaves behind a profound legacy as a genuine actor whose unwavering moral compass and dedication to his craft elevated every story he touched. Rest in peace, Matt Clark. You will always be remembered for your remarkable talents and your indelible mark on the history of the American West.
Hey, do you know Walter Zimmerman there?
Yeah.
Man?
Judy Pace was a pioneering American actress and trailblazing model born on June 15, 1942, in Los Angeles, California. She rose to prominence as a powerful symbol of elegance and resilience, breaking significant racial barriers during the 1960s and 70s. Pace achieved international fame through her historic role as Vicki Fletcher in the ABC primetime soap Peyton Place, marking one of the first times a black woman portrayed a complex, multi-dimensional character on national television. She further solidified her legendary status with an NAACP Image Award-winning performance as attorney Pat Walters in The Young Lawyers, and unforgettable roles in major films such as Cotton, Comes to Harlem, and the landmark telefilm Brian's Song, which reached over 55 million viewers. Throughout her career, Pace faced the immense challenge of defying Hollywood's restrictive stereotypes. She courageously bypassed one-dimensional roles to portray professional, strong-willed women, while also becoming the first black bachelorette on The Dating Game and the first spokesmodel for Fashion Fair Cosmetics. Beyond the screen, she co-founded the Kwanzaa Foundation to support minority students in the arts. Tragically, Pace passed away on March 11, 2026, at the age of 83. Her death was confirmed by family spokesperson Joseph Babineau, who stated that she passed away peacefully in her sleep while visiting relatives in Marina del Rey. Her departure leaves a profound legacy of grace, activism, and a path widened for generations of black artists. Rest in peace, Judy Pace. You will always be remembered for your remarkable talents and your courageous spirit as a true Hollywood trailblazer.
I thank you all for this amazing award tonight. Let us not take this planet for granted.
Leonardo DiCaprio, A Journey Through Triumph, Controversy, and Resilience. At 51, the tragedy of Leonardo DiCaprio is beyond heartbreaking. Leonardo DiCaprio, the most famous actor on the planet and a titan of modern cinema, is no stranger to the extreme highs and lows of Hollywood. For over 3 decades, he has been a fixture on the silver screen, transforming into characters so completely that audiences often forget they are watching a performance. From the freezing rivers of the Canadian wilderness to the glitzy yachts of the Mediterranean, his story is one marked by immense challenges, historic triumphs, and more recently, significant cultural controversy. Today, we look back at his legendary career, the difficult times he faced growing up, and how he continues to navigate the complexities of fame at age 51. But first, how do you feel about Leo? On a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rate his contributions to cinema and the environment? Share your thoughts in the comments below. After finally clinching his long-awaited Academy Award in 2016, Leonardo has reached a level of success that few in history can claim. But let's take a step back. Leonardo, born on November 11th, 1974 in Los Angeles, California, did not start his life surrounded by the glamour of the Oscars. He was raised in East Hollywood during the 1970s and 80s, a place he describes not as a glittering paradise, but as a war zone where drug deals and sirens were the soundtrack of his youth. Living near the intersection of Hollywood Boulevard and Western Avenue, a young Leo watched his mother, Irmeline, work multiple jobs just to keep food on the table. And Leonardo's career took off from a place of desperation and love. His mother, an immigrant who fled Germany, took him on 3 bus rides to every audition, walking miles when money ran short. This grit and survival instinct became the foundation of his work ethic. His major breakthrough came in 1993 when he starred in This Boy's Life opposite Robert De Niro. At just 18 years old, he held his own against one of the greatest actors in history, proving that he was more than just a kid from the wrong side of the tracks. This was followed by his haunting performance as Arnie in What's Eating Gilbert Grape, which earned him his first Oscar nomination at the tender age of 19. Yet, despite this early critical success, Leonardo faced a different kind of challenge in 1997 with the release of Titanic. While the film made him a global icon and the king of the world, it also became a beautiful prison. The Leo mania that followed was suffocating. He was stalked by paparazzi and dismissed by critics as merely a teen idol or a poster boy. For years, the industry that made him a god refused to give him the one thing he desperately wanted: artistic respect. He found himself trapped in a cycle where his box office success seemed to disqualify him from serious awards. So, what happened next? In response to being pigeonholed, Leonardo forged a life-changing partnership with director Martin Scorsese. Beginning with Gangs of New York in 2002, he began a radical transformation. How he shed his pretty boy image to play raw, physical, and often scarred characters. Through films like The Aviator, The Departed, and The Wolf of Wall Street, he delivered some of the best performances of the century. However, this era was also marked by a recurring heartbreak. Year after year, nomination after nomination, he went home empty-handed. The Oscar curse became a cultural phenomenon, a meme that haunted him longer than any role ever could. The world watched as rejection became a joke, then a ghost that seemed to follow him every time a different name was called from the envelope. Leonardo made the difficult decision to push his body to the absolute limit to break this curse. In 2015, he starred in The Revenant, a production that was less like filmmaking and more like an endurance test. He told reporters, I can name 30 or 40 sequences that were some of the most difficult things I've ever had to do. He submerged himself in frozen rivers, slept inside the carcass of a dead horse, and ate raw bison liver, all in temperatures that plunged to 40 degrees below zero. While he didn't directly attribute this suffering to a need for validation, the desperation in his performance was undeniable. As he finally climbed the stage to accept his Oscar in 2016, the world gave him a standing ovation that felt like a collective sigh of relief. So, where is Leonardo now? At 51, he has become arguably the most selective actor in Hollywood, appearing in only one masterpiece every few years, such as Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or Killers of the Flower Moon. But behind the professional triumph, his personal life has become a lightning rod for debate. Leonardo has long been a champion for the planet, donating over $100 million to environmental conservation through his foundation. Yet he faces constant accusations of hypocrisy. Critics point to his frequent use of private jets and luxury yachts, carbon-heavy luxuries that seem to contradict his urgent warnings about climate change. Forbes even estimated his annual emissions at over 418 tons of CO2, nearly 20 times that of the average American. Yet Leonardo's story of controversy doesn't end with the environment. In recent years, his romantic life has ignited a tsunami of social media commentary. The public noticed a pattern that became known as Leo's Law. The actor has famously never publicly dated a woman over the age of 25. When his relationship with Camilla Morrone ended in 2022, just months after her 25th birthday, the internet erupted with memes and think pieces. Cultural commentators have questioned the power dynamics of a 50-year-old man exclusively dating women in their early 20s, with some psychologists suggesting it reflects a form of arrested development from the moment he became famous at 23. While the dating jokes continue, Leonardo hasn't let the noise distract him from his mission. He continues to use his massive platform to address the United Nations and fund breakthrough green technology. During his Oscar speech, he didn't focus on his 22-year struggle. Instead, he pivoted to the climate crisis, saying, "Climate change is real. It is happening right now. It is the most urgent threat facing our entire species." Despite the personal backlash, he remains one of the few celebrities capable of moving the needle on global issues, and his dedication to the natural world remains a cornerstone of his legacy. Leonardo also remains deeply connected to the people who started it all. His relationship with his mother, Irmelin, remains the most stable and significant bond in his life. She is often seen by his side at major award shows, a reminder of the boy who once promised to save her from the streets of East Hollywood. "My mom is the only reason I'm here," he has admitted. This bond serves as a stark contrast to his fleeting romantic relationships, and highlighting a man who trusts few and keeps his inner circle incredibly tight. Though Leonardo has achieved the triple crown of fame, wealth, and critical acclaim, his legacy remains a complex puzzle. He is a man who saves rainforests but flies private, a man who is worshipped by millions but remains a richest prisoner of his own fame. He has built a filmography that will be studied for generations, but he has built very little that lasts beyond the screen. With no wife or children and a reputation for keeping people at arm's length, some friends have whispered that the most famous man on earth is also one of the loneliest. "He's married to his work," is the common refrain. But at 51, that line sounds increasingly like a confession of isolation. What's next for Leonardo? While he continues to work with legends like Scorsese, he seems to be searching for something that no Oscar or yacht can provide. He remains a mystery, hidden behind the characters he plays and the causes he champions. "I don't know that I'll ever feel like I've arrived," he once mused. He has won every battle Hollywood threw at him, but the war for personal meaning and lasting connection remains unsettled. As he enters his 6th decade, Leonardo DiCaprio stands as a mirror to our own values, a reflection of what happens when immense talent and hunger collide with an industry that consumes as much as it nourishes. Leonardo DiCaprio may be the king of the cinematic world, but his journey reminds us that success without connection can often feel like decorated emptiness. His path from the cracked sidewalks of Hollywood to the peak of global influence is a testament to human resilience, and yet it serves as a haunting reminder of the sacrifices required to stay at the top. Leonardo's story teaches us that the greatest performances aren't always on screen. Sometimes, they are the ones we give every day to convince the world we are fine. What are your thoughts on Leonardo's incredible journey? Has his dedication to his craft or his environmental work inspired you, or do you find his personal contradictions hard to overlook? We'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Join us as we reflect on the legacy of a man who gave everything to be seen by the world, only to remain one of its greatest mysteries.
I love that because I had such a great experience with the show. I'm so proud of it. And I've often said to
Rob Reiner was a legendary American filmmaker and actor born on March 6, 1947, in the Bronx, New York. He rose to fame as the iconic Michael "Meathead" Stivis on the groundbreaking sitcom All in the Family, a role that earned him 2 Emmy Awards and established his place in television history. However, he achieved his most profound success by transitioning into a master storyteller behind the camera. Reiner became one of Hollywood's most versatile directors, delivering a string of cinematic masterpieces that defined the 1980s and 90s, including the cult classic This Is Spinal Tap, the beloved coming-of-age drama Stand By Me, the timeless fairy tale The Princess Bride, and the definitive romantic comedy When Harry Met Sally. Now, his ability to navigate diverse genres, from the terrifying suspense of Misery to the courtroom intensity of A Few Good Men, solidified his reputation as a titan of the industry. Tragically, Reiner's life met an unimaginable conclusion on December 14, 2025, when he and his wife Michelle were found dead in their Brentwood home. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner later confirmed their deaths were due to multiple sharp force injuries, a shocking event confirmed by the arrest of their son, Nick. This heartbreaking loss led to a poignant tribute at the 2026 Oscars, where his dear friend Billy Crystal led a moving in memoriam segment. Crystal was joined on stage by a legendary ensemble of Reiner's stars, including Meg Ryan, Kathy Bates, Demi Moore, Jerry O'Connell, and Kiefer Sutherland. Crystal's emotional speech, concluding with the iconic line, "Buddy, what fun we had storming the castle," stood as a testament to Reiner's legacy of decency, humor, and profound humanity. Rest in peace, Rob Reiner. You will always be remembered for your masterful storytelling talent and the joy your films brought us.
I just like to eat too much. I couldn't starve myself if they paid me.
Jennifer Runyon was a talented American actress born on April 1, 1960, in Chicago, Illinois. Growing up as the daughter of the popular radio DJ Jim Runyon, she was deeply rooted in the world of media from a young age. Runyon rose to fame in the 1980s through her versatile performances across film and television, most notably as a student in the cinematic classic Ghostbusters and as Gwendolyn Pierce in the hit sitcom Charles in Charge. She further solidified her place in pop culture by portraying Cindy Brady in the beloved holiday special A Very Brady Christmas and starring as Heather Merriweather in the comedy Up the Creek. Throughout her career, she showcased exceptional range, appearing in iconic series such as Another World, Quantum Leap, and Murder, She Wrote. Throughout her journey in Hollywood, Runyon faced the significant challenge of being typecast due to her radiant California look. However, she successfully overcame this by intentionally seeking diverse roles that stretched her acting abilities beyond her physical appearance. In her later years, she faced her greatest battle with courage and dignity. Tragically, Runyon passed away on March 6, 2026, at the age of 65. Her death was confirmed by her husband, Todd Corman, and her daughter Bailey, following a brave 6-month battle with cancer. She leaves behind a legacy of sweetness, professional dedication, and a collection of performances that defined an era. Rest in peace, Jennifer Runyon. You will always be remembered for your talents, your sweet smile, and your unwavering devotion to your family.
These three things, woman, job, and parents, which is really enough for me to juggle.
Corey Parker was a dedicated American actor and esteemed acting coach born and raised in the heart of New York City. A true prodigy of the craft, he began working professionally at the age of 5 and later honed his skills at the prestigious Actors Studio and the High School of Performing Arts. Parker rose to fame through his charming and versatile performances on television, most notably as Josh, the endearing boyfriend of Grace Adler in the hit sitcom Will and Grace, and as Dr. John Morgan in Love Boat: The Next Wave. His extensive career spanned decades, featuring memorable roles in 30-something, Broadway Bound, and the horror classic Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. Beyond his own acting, he left an indelible mark on Hollywood as a world-class mentor whose students went on to win Emmy, Tony, and SAG awards. Throughout his life, Parker faced the immense pressure of the industry from a young age, yet his greatest challenge came in his final years. He fought a grueling and transparent battle with stage 4 metastatic cancer, which was discovered after a routine hip surgery. Despite losing his ability to speak and write due to the progression of the disease, he continued to inspire his community with messages of gratitude and his core teaching. You are enough. Tragically, Parker passed away on March 5th, 2026, at the age of 60 in Memphis, Tennessee. His death was confirmed by his representative, Chris Ahuja, and his family. He leaves behind a legacy of profound wisdom, kindness, and a generation of actors empowered by his guidance. Rest in peace, Corey Parker. I will always remember you for your exceptional talent and the lives you changed as a dedicated teacher.
Là.
Si c'est une tentative de séduction, n'y pensez plus.
Laurel.
Annabelle Schofield was a definitive Welsh-born model, actress, and film producer born on September 4, 1963, in Llanelli, Wales. As the daughter of prominent British film executive John D. Schofield, she was immersed in the world of cinema from a young age. Schofield rose to fame in the 1980s as a defining face of London's high fashion scene, appearing on hundreds of magazine covers and becoming a favorite of legendary photographer David Bailey for Italian Vogue. She achieved global recognition through her iconic Bugle Boy jeans television commercial, famously delivering the line, "Excuse me, are those Bugle Boy jeans you're wearing?" while driving a black Ferrari. Her acting career reached new heights when she was cast as Laurel Ellis in the hit primetime soap Dallas, playing opposite Larry Hagman, and appeared in films such as Solar Crisis and Dragonard. Beyond her status as a fashion icon, Schofield was a visionary who successfully transitioned behind the camera. She played key production roles in major films like The Brothers Grimm and Doom, and later founded Bella Bean Productions in Burbank. She also shared her journey through her semi-autobiographical novel, The Cherry Alignment. Tragically, Schofield passed away on March 1st, 2026, at the age of 62, following a brave battle with cancer in Los Angeles. Her death was confirmed by her close friend, designer Catalina Guirado. She leaves behind a remarkable legacy of authenticity, loyalty, and a multifaceted career that bridged the worlds of fashion and film. Rest in peace, Annabelle Schofield. You will always be remembered for your remarkable talents and your enduring grace.
Well, I guess you just have to go wake him up now, won't you?
Stephen Hibbert was a highly accomplished American writer and actor born in 1957 in Fleetwood, England, before his family emigrated to California. He became a cornerstone of the comedy community through the renowned Groundlings troupe, where he developed his skills alongside future legends like Quentin Tarantino. Hibbert achieved worldwide cult status for his role as the Gimp in the masterpiece Pulp Fiction, a physically demanding performance that became one of cinema's most debated mysteries. Beyond his iconic on-screen presence, he was a brilliant creative mind, writing for prestigious shows including Late Night with David Letterman, Mad TV, and Boy Meets World. His versatility also led to roles in major films like Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, and National Treasure: Book of Secrets. Tragically, Hibbert passed away unexpectedly on March 2nd, 2026, at the age of 68 following a heart attack in Denver, Colorado. His death was confirmed by his 3 children, Ronnie, Rosalind, and Greg, who remembered him as a man deeply dedicated to his family and the arts. Aside from his professional success, Hibbert was immensely proud of his 6 years as a volunteer tutor for homeless children through the School on Wheels program. He leaves behind a legacy of humor, cinematic history, and a reputation as a genuinely wonderful fellow among his peers. Rest in peace, Stephen Hibbert. You will always be remembered for your unique talents and your nameless acts of kindness.